How is a guy with zero accolades a top 10 center of all time? How is a guy that never been a top 5 player in no era of basketball that he's played in, whether it was the 80s or 90s, a top 10 center of all time? Prince Sports, let's get into it. What's good, guys? Prince Sports coming at you with another one. Sometimes when you do debates or you do a live stream, this is a continuation from the live stream actually. But when you do that and you mentioning a player being better than the next player, sometimes it gets a little too crowded, so to speak. Because when you're doing your list or you're making your case for that player being better, it leads into other conversations. Before you know it, 20 minutes go by, 30 minutes go by, and you're talking about a complete different sport. That's just how it
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
is sometimes on live streams. That's why sometimes there has to be rules and barriers when you do a debate on live stream, because it could get a little funky, and that's non-wavy. Shout out to my man Max B. But nevertheless, I'm gonna give you 10 centers that were better than Patrick Ewing. Okay, and Patrick Ewing realistically is 11 to 15 top 10 centers of all time. I could mention players outside of the top 10 that could be better than Patrick Ewing. Okay, so here's my list, so to speak. I got Kareem, Wilt Chamberlain, Hakeem Olajuwon, Bill Russell, Moses Malone, Shaq, David Robinson, George Mikan, Willis Reed, and Bill Russell. Okay, those are all 10 centers better than Patrick Ewing. And if I'm speaking from a New York standpoint, Willis Reed did stuff that Patrick Ewing could never do. Willis Reed is the Hall of Fame. Okay, he's the Mount Rushmore for New York Knicks basketball. Him and Wilt Chamberlain, because they did something that Patrick Ewing never could do, is bring a championship to the city of New York. Okay, not once, but twice. Okay, so everything Patrick Ewing did, Willis Reed did and better. Okay, you go to the finals, Patrick Ewing, Willis Reed wins us the NBA finals. Okay, you can't get a finals MVP, Patrick Ewing, fine. Willis Reed gives us a finals MVP, and he gets a regular season MVP. All right, so he did stuff that you can't even do. That automatically disqualifies you, Patrick Ewing. There's no amount of longevity, there's no amount of more points, more rebounds that could make you be ahead of Willis Reed, because prime for prime, Willis Reed got the job done. You went to the finals twice and gave us a donut. Willis Reed went to the finals and gave us a full plate, a 5-star course meal, and put the city of New York on the map. So that alone disqualifies you, dog. Then we move on to a guy, Dwight Howard, and I mentioned some of these points in the live screen. Dwight Howard is a way more dominant basketball player than Patrick Ewing, prime for prime. He got the individual accolades to back it up. You don't win individual accolades unless you're dominant. You have to be dominant to get that. And dominance will always rank supreme over somebody playing basketball for a long period of time and just getting something past you because they got a record. Records are made to be broken. Records would never indicate you being a better basketball player or better than somebody in general, period. Put it this way, if you come to work 365 days a year, I come to work 340 days. That don't mean you a better worker than me, okay? All that means is you just came to work more times than me. You may still be stuck at the same dead-end position that you stuck at, but I'm making moves and being a supervisor and this and that, all right? So dominance comes first, all right? Dominance will always come first. Dominance leads to individual accolades, and those individual accolades have to be ranked by your effect on the team, and do you have championships? Those are two of the biggest qualifiers for being better than another basketball player, especially in superstar terms, okay? And Willis Reed did all of that, okay? He was dominant, he was an all-star, and his dominance had an impact on his team winning not one but 2 championships. Bob McAdoo is a better basketball player than Patrick Ewing. He got chips, all right? And he was a countless time all-star, all right? Same thing you were, Patrick Ewing, but the only difference is they were better at it. They had more effect on their team winning. And for the record, Dwight Howard beat one of the best players in the game, okay, at the time was Kobe and LeBron. Dwight Howard beat LeBron. He just didn't beat the other guy. Patrick Ewing, you never beat it the best player in basketball. Okay? You never beat it one or two. So you never even got past that. That's the hurtful truth, but it is the truth, brother. You know, you could take all of those longevity, you could take that record, which is made to be broken, because you're in the same category with Carmelo Anthony. You could take all of those records, all of those, I got more rebounds than you career-wise, I got more scoring points than you career-wise. You could take all of that, polish it up, shine it up, and stick it up your ass, Patrick Ewing, because you were never a better basketball player or a more dominant basketball player than those guys that I just mentioned, and that's just 12 alone. Okay, there's plenty more. You round in the top 15 category, brother, and you lucky to even be in that category. All right, so that's the guys that I have ranked above Patrick Ewing. Good guy, but let's not overrate Patrick Ewing. All right, you don't deserve to be in the top 10 best centers of all time. It's just plain and simple as that. Prince Sports out. Peace.